Hey fiber friends, I hope everything is going well, and as always, if you would like to participate, go ahead and pause this video right now and put in the comments what your goals are craft-wise for the next 7 days, and then don't forget to come back in 7 days to let everyone know what you did and did not get done. I plan on sharing with all of you the same thing, the goals that I had set for the week, what I got done and what I didn't get done, because I'm a person. But I think I have pretty good reasons. Let me tell you what I made this week. It started with week 7 of Crochet Roulette, and the spins were the color turquoise and the theme Enchanted Creature. And I don't do a lot of enchanted creatures. That's not even like a genre of books that I go for. Like, I read one Harry Potter book because at the time I was teaching middle school and it was so popular that I felt like I should at least have a little bit of knowledge. I was not interested at all in reading another one, but I, of course, like it seems with Crochet Roulette, like, oh, let me Google like list of enchanted creatures. And one thing that did kind of catch my attention was Loch Ness Monster. So I'm like, okay, I could do a Loch Ness Monster, and the color turquoise makes sense. So the first one that I made, I never shared this on Instagram. So this brontosaurus looking creature, very plain. Wait, where are his eyes? There they are. His eyes are too far apart. What I don't like about it is gravity is putting the head down. If I had put some pellets over here towards the tail, I think it would sit better. It's okay. I think it's fine for like a little $10 market make. I probably would get $10 for it, maybe $8. But I did not feel like this was enough to share for Crochet Roulette. So I found, oh, by the way, this one is by the Squirrels Hollow on Ribbler. It is no sew. You do have to make 4 of these fins and then you crochet them in, but it is one piece from the tail to the head. So it was quick, it was easy, but it's just, it's one color. Maybe if you had a hat or something, I don't know. But he will be at my next market. And because I wanted to present something a little bit better, this is the one that I shared on Instagram. And I put a little flower on her head because I thought this was a little bit plain too, but she does sit. I think I added these baubles just to let her stand up on a flat surface a little bit better. I think without these, she was I think she was tilting forward. That's why I gave her front feet. But, $10 make. I do remember the tail and the fins I had to make separately and sew them in. It seems like there could have been a quicker way to do it. I honestly don't even remember how. It's been a week and a lot's happened. But she's cute. The flower I found on a blog, really not much to it. It's got 10 petals. If I think about it later, I will try to find where I got this flower pattern, but that's pretty common daisy pattern. Yeah, I don't even know if you would need it. All right, so the next thing, speaking of Harry Potter, I am sharing a calendar that I made for myself for getting ready for the next market, and the next item on that calendar was an owl. And I used a pattern that I have done before. It's a blog post by Amigurumi Day. I'm pretty sure the authors of this blog are not English speakers. It does kind of come across as translated here and there. Not that that's a problem. I understood the pattern just fine, and I do love the result. I like the baubles on the body right here, and it started at the bottom. This is one piece all the way to the top of the head. I'm gonna be straight with you. The last time I made 3 of these for a market last summer and ended up selling all 3. And then this time I did it in plush yarn. I did not understand the instructions for the nose or the feet, so I just did the feet like Lucky Frogs, chain up, chain back, chain up, chain back. sewed them on, and then I embroidered the nose because the instructions just did not make sense to me. And I finally found a use for these gold eyes. These eye circles are made separately, and then you use the back for the safety eye to attach this to the head. I might have tacked it down a little bit by the nose just so it wasn't like sticking out too much. You make the wings separately, and then you surface crochet these eyebrows. I think I did a pretty good job here. I remember the first time I was batch making 3 of these, and I did the eyebrows as written the first time, and then I was like, this is more work than it needs to be, so I think I just made little like yarn tufts for the ears, but I decided, you know what, let me try it again. And I like the result. This is coming with me to my next market. Again, Harry Potter, not my thing, but I do know that the owl in the books and the movies is white. So is this handmade? I don't know. I don't make characters. Moving on. The next thing I did last week was a monkey. When I was deciding what to bring to my next market, I did comb my old Pinterest board and looked for things that I had pinned a long time ago and never made. And this is a pattern for Mischief the monkey. The picture on the blog is cuter. He's okay. I just feel like he needs a hat or something. He's kind of plain. But now that I'm looking at it in the camera, like, okay, he's cute. I did go around and embroider, so the muzzle you make separately and stuff, and sew on. The eye patches you make separately, sew on. And I was wondering if sinker eyes were a good idea, but these were like the right size, and I wanted the eyes to have some color. But I did end up kind of embroidering around to give a neater edge to the eyes and the muzzle. I've never done this before. I also, okay, so like the first time I made the body, it looked like a bowling pin. It was very long and skinny. And then when I looked at the pictures, I was like, something's off here. So I tried to frog this yarn. It did not want to frog. So I just cut it open and pulled out the stuffing and did the body over again. And it starts at where the legs join, and then you work your way. Yes. Yeah, you start at the bottom. Wait. No, I started at the head and worked down. And then for the head, I remember when it got to the decrease rounds, there were some extra rows. So it was like decrease to 24 stitches around, decrease to 18 stitches around. And I think that was what just made it look too elongated. So I ended up taking those extra rounds off the head when I did it a second time. And I think I added some to the body, because the first time around, the body is just too skinny and too long. Like the neck was really long. And like I said, it looked like a bowling pin. But second time around, of course, it went a lot faster. I made the body. You sew everything. None of this was surface crocheted. And I think if I made this again, I would play with that and just go ahead and like crochet in the arms and legs as I was working on it. And then of course the ears, so on. I mean, now that I'm looking, I think I just got a little bit too in the weeds making him and didn't think he was cute, but you know what, in the camera, all right, you'll sell. I'm happy with you. I also ran out of this yarn as I was making it. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And then I went back, not my favorite place, went to Hobby Lobby to get more. They were out, so I had to go back the next day. So I did set this down and come back to it. And I think that too just kind of made me not like it as much, but yeah, pretty happy with this. So in between, when I was waiting to buy that yarn, did I tell you the monkey is by the Loopy Lamb? When the monkey was on hold, I made a cow, and I swear I have made this before. I was going through that pattern and I'm like, this is so familiar, but for the life of me, I don't remember it. And it must have sold. But I was just like, I've done this. But anyway, doesn't matter. This cow is a free blog post by Grace and Yarn, and he's really cute. Look at her. I love her. I love how big she is. This is a 500 ml Diet Coke, 16.9 ounces if you're an American, 500 mils for the rest of the world. And since I'm doing it, monkey, Loch Ness, other Loch Ness, owl. So compared to everything else, Miss Cow is pretty big, and I had a really good time making her. Nothing unexpected. Start with one leg, do the other leg, join, work your way up. Sewed in the arms, sewed on the muzzle, the ears, the horns. I love how big the ears are. I love how the eyelashes turned out. I love the little nostrils. And then what I thought probably made it easier was that the patches you make separately and then sew them on. I don't ever think color changes work as well as they should, so good way to do it. And then so you make 2 big and 2 small patches and sew them on wherever you like. I am very happy with Miss Cow here. And I used this plum color instead of brown because I had it, and I thought it went nicely with this cream. So I'm calling her Plum the Cow. Very happy with this one. Next thing I did was a pattern test, and this is my 3rd pattern test for Cottage Lore Crochet. And it's a polar bear, and I love him, her. I wasn't thinking when I did the eyes, and I used these like pinky lavender glitter discs because I thought they looked nice with the yarn, but then I didn't think that the scarf, according to the pattern, was to be done in Christmas colors, and I don't think the eyes necessarily match the scarf. I might make another one with green eyes and use this scarf and then make like a pinky lavender scarf for this guy. I don't know, but it was very quick. The head and the body are one piece. The arms get crocheted in, and then you sew on the legs, the muzzle, the ear, and the tail. But compared to everything else I did this week, this was so quick. And I do recommend buying this pattern when it becomes available. Look how cute he is. So, small. Well, I mean, he's bigger than an owl. Great size. This is the Walmart brand chenille. The mainstays, the color's ivory. At one point I did run out. I had to go out and buy more. And then the last thing that I was actually supposed to get done on Saturday, I am 2 days behind, is a giraffe, and this is as far as I got. I just wanted to be accountable. I had 1 make per day, every day. This was supposed to be Saturdays. I got started on him last night, but for much of the day yesterday, and a lot of today too, I just didn't really want to crochet. I was just feeling too anxious about this whole job thing. So if you didn't already, since I just shared with you what got done, what didn't get done, I invite you to do the same. Drop in the comments, what are you excited to, or what have you already set for your creative goals over the next 7 days, and then don't forget to come back and let everybody know your progress, and then because you're human, what didn't get done. So I will see you again soon. Bye.